So as video game evolves, also software for developers has to evolve, and that's why we have here Kevin Booth from Autodesk. Thank you for joining us.
Well, it's a pleasure, absolute pleasure.
So you've been talking about middleware for software developers. What have you been sharing today with them?
Yeah, we were talking about our Gameware portfolio, which is essentially the branding of all of our middleware products that we have. We have 4 main products in the portfolio that we were talking about. So today's presentation was really just talking through what each one of those do. They're dedicated to a specific development discipline, so products that relate to artificial intelligence or building user interfaces or lighting, and really it's just going through what they're designed to do, how you would use them in your pipeline, and showing people how they can go about trialing or eventually licensing the technology.
So for normal people, maybe outside of the industry, something like that, how can you explain middleware works and what kind of application you're offering to the studios?
Sure. Well, middleware really is designed to shortcut some of the more complicated programming tasks involved in games. So developing your own animation system can take years of man work, and it's usually more cost effective to license technology that does that for you, that you can then integrate into your game. So we provide, as I say, different disciplines, AI, lighting, UI, character animation solutions, things like that, and people will take the technology in its raw form, so it's usually code in the form of an SDK that people can get access to and integrate into a game engine, and ultimately the technology will appear in the game executing on a console or a mobile platform.
So nowadays, what do you think is cutting edge technology on that regard, on your products on middleware?
Oh, well, cutting edge really comes down to stuff that people always find challenging to develop themselves. We have a lot of success with a product called Scaleform that really became successful because it gets you around a very cumbersome, time-consuming process of developing the user interface of a game. So the map, the scoring system, the health bar, all of the things that you're looking at in the game but don't really pay attention to, and therefore developers don't normally spend a long time working on those aspects. So Scaleform is a solution that really helps you take a good-looking UI that you've designed in Flash and get that running on any platform. And the cutting edge is the ability to run that content on any device. So whether it's a mobile device like an iPhone or the Android devices, of which there are lots of different permeations, all the way up to new technology on next-gen platforms, our technology can adapt and run correctly on those platforms. So that's pretty cutting edge, I think.
Also, talking about platforms, we're obviously getting new platforms this year, and there are many platforms to work on nowadays. So what does that mean for you, and what do you think new platforms are adding to the whole thing?
Yeah, we had to adapt to not just the platforms but the different sales models of games and the types of budgets and distribution models that customers are now targeting. So whereas before the AAA market was predominantly where our technology was used, we're now seeing a lot more mobile and casual game developers adopting all of our products. So, we have modified our sales models so that even a one-man developer who's creating a game on Unity can use our products. Somebody that's just created a Flash game can publish that game on the Apple iStore just because they're using our technology that helps them do that. So we have new models, new licensing options. We have different levels of flexibility in terms of the code that you can license from us. So pretty much we're able to provide a licensing solution to every type of developer out there, regardless of the project or the scope or how they want to distribute it or the platform. Yeah.
So with that multi-platform approach, I guess you're also talking about PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah.
What's Autodesk adding to that? What are you ready with?
Well, we get obviously early access to the technology so that when the products ship, our middleware is available for developers at the same time. But of course, people are developing those titles already. So they've been using versions of our products for many months that have been for the next gen platforms. The reason people would want to do that is because when you're starting a project for an unknown device, a device whose specifications are still being finalized, then you don't want to invest too much of your own time developing technology from the ground up. So if you can shortcut some of that process by licensing a middleware product that we've taken the time to ensure is optimal for those devices, and we will support that developer as the devices mature and become final ready for release, then it's going to help them create a better project and invest their time on the game experience rather than writing technology themselves.
So I guess they're already using your technology for next-gen platforms.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we can't say what customers and what products, but there are next-gen products in development that are obviously using Autodesk Gameware, so yeah.
So last question, what do you think in your experience has changed in the last 10 years in middleware?
Well, in middleware, I would say it's just the ease of use and how well documented and how easy it is to integrate. So obviously the big benefit of using middleware is that it's saving you having to develop your own technology to do the same thing. Obviously it has to be easy to work with, it has to be open if you want to customize it. So really the way I've seen it change is as we're getting new customers coming in using middleware, casual developers and mobile developers for example, it's got to be as easy to use as possible for those guys, and we have to be able to support them effectively. So really the way it's matured is in how quickly someone can get that technology into their game and how much we support them in making sure it's successful.
That's a nice change. Thank you very much, Kevin. Enjoy your time in Barcelona.
Thank you. Cheers.